good, y'all. Today we are making breakfast, and I know y'all like, why do you keep posting sweets on your channel? I want to see the food, but you know what? I want to eat breakfast today, and y'all know I'm not a breakfast person, but in honor of my boy Andy Appleseed, yeah, I'm telling y'all about Andy Appleseed TV. I'm definitely going to drop his link because I want a lot of y'all to go visit this man's channel. His channel is absolutely legit popping. Like, the content is lit. If you want celebrity entertainment, if you want a little bit of rumors around, you know, everybody need a little spice in their life, y'all go visit my boy Andy Appleseed. So this video is dedicated to him. He was like, sis, drop that banana pudding recipe. Like, I want to make it. But you know what, bro? I can't really do that right now. So I'm going to give you something better, and I'm going to make banana pudding French toast. Something for you, something for me. We're just going to combine that all together, and we're going to come out with something great. So we'll get started. Let me tell y'all what ingredients we have here. We have some eggs because we all know a good French toast consists of eggs. I have some bananas because we're making banana pudding. I have some banana cream Jello pudding. We have butter, whipped cream. I have some butter cookies. I also have some shortbread cookies under there. You only need one banana, but I have two just in case I decide to add a little more. Some heavy cream and whatever type of bread you want to use. A lot of people say they want to get fancy and use brioche, but you don't have to use brioche bread. I actually am using butter bread, as you guys can see. And I'll show you how to whip this up. It's actually a very easy recipe and it's very fun. So let's get started. First things first, we're going to start with our pudding, and we're just going to get this out the way. Now, y'all, this is the legit recipe that I use in my same banana pudding. So if you follow this, you can make the banana pudding without the French toast extraness with it. I always use one banana cream, one French vanilla, and one regular vanilla for a banana pudding recipe. But I'm only going to make French toast, so I'm just going to use the banana cream pudding today. But if you follow these, you can definitely make a banana pudding without the other puddings. So, typical instant pudding, banana cream. And all you do to these instant puddings, which is why I love them, is you just add milk. And you can add whatever else you want to it because basically the pudding is set. So we're going to get that open. And we're going to get that into our bowl. And we're going to add a little vanilla flavoring. About maybe a teaspoon, nothing much. If you want more, you can add more. If you want less, you can add less. I always tell you guys, this is just the base of the ingredients. You can always play with any recipe you want. I have some heavy cream here. And you actually need kind of a decent amount to get the good consistency of the pudding that you need. So I think you add about a cup of milk. I don't even know because I threw the ingredients out. I threw the box out. But I've made this so many times, I'm just going to eyeball it. But whatever your box says, add that. However you want your pudding to look, you put that amount of milk into it. So, yeah. And I like to leave my pudding a little thick, you guys, because as you can see, I have some whipped topping in the back, which is what I'm going to incorporate right into this pudding also. So we're going to get that mixed up. I'm going to open this up. I am a sucker for whipped cream. Oh, babe, we have to do the How Well Do You Know Me challenge. I got to buy some whipped cream because I'm ready to pie him, y'all, because I'm telling you right now, I know I'm going to win. I'm telling you right now because I know him like the back of my hand. No. And he thinks that he knows me. I will definitely win. So I have my whipped topping. And I'm just going to take a few dollops. You don't have to go crazy with it. 2 or 3 is fine. The Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered. I don't know the rest, but it says something about when 2 or 3 are gathered. For the y'all church folks that be watching, leave it down in the comments the rest of the scripture. So I'm just going to fold my whipped cream in my pudding, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, this is how you make a banana pudding, y'all. I'm telling you. Actually, can you go grab the sugar over there? Do you know which one the sugar is?
No.
Alright, I'll grab it. I'm just going to put like maybe a teaspoon of sugar in here. Just to kick up the flavor a notch. French toast is already sweet, you guys, so you don't need to go too crazy. And as you see, my pudding has a very fluffy texture, which I showed you guys before. But when you add the Cool Whip, the smooth, creamy Cool Whip, you get that je ne sais quoi. Like, y'all see this pudding? It's thick, it's creamy, and this is gonna hold right between the French toast. You don't wanna make it too thin because it'll squeeze out your side. So you wanna keep a good consistency. So I'm just gonna add a teaspoon of sugar to this off camera, and I'll show you how to assemble our French toast. So y'all, right now I am making a crucial homemade caramel sauce. And what we have right now, I actually forgot to let you guys see exactly what I put in here. But as you can see, I have my sugar into a medium saucepan. And this is about 1 cup of sugar. And it's about maybe 2 tablespoons of water, if that. I have some heavy whipping cream and I have some butter. And when I tell you guys this caramel sauce is going to be legit, it is going to be legit. I have my sugar crystallizing over a medium heat, just waiting for that to form and basically change in color. And the color I'm looking for is almost a brown. It's almost as that color right there on the side. So I need this whole entire pan to turn that color. And I'm going to take that off and add our cream and our butter. And the reason I have the heavy cream and the butter on the stove is because this sugar is very, very sensitive to temperature. So you don't want to have ice cold butter, and you surely don't want to have ice cold cream. You want it to be at room temperature because once you pour it in, it will bubble and it will pop up. If the temperature is too cold, your caramel sauce will be very, very grainy. So you want to make sure you have your butter and your cream at room temperature. And if you guys don't have time to leave it out, like me, you can sit it on the stove while your sugar is crystallizing. As you can see, this is the color of our sugar after we let it boil. And I took it off of our heat. And I'm just going to let that sit for maybe about a minute, if that. You want that dark brown caramel coating. This is the color that you're looking for. Smell like burnt ass sugar, but we'll see. So as I told you guys, you want to make sure your butter is basically the same temperature as the room. And I left mine on the stove, so it's actually already melting right into there. And I'm going to get that in there. And I'm going to stir that. Stir that in, you guys. Let that get all mixed up with the sugars. Let everybody meet each other. And I'm also going to slowly add in our cream. Slowly. And we're just going to mix that. And it's going to bubble up, you guys, so just make sure you stand back a little bit. And once the temperatures start mixing up well, I'll just keep adding more. Alright, y'all, so what we're going to do next is get our standard French toast mixture together. So I'm going to crack a few eggs, probably about, I guess, I'm going to crack about 4. I'll do 5.
5.
Got our eggs cracked, y'all. I'm not going to do cinnamon in this because I'm doing a banana pudding. So I'm going to add a little heavy cream to this, of course. We're just going to make a standard custard, you guys. So I'm adding a little heavy cream to that. And a little vanilla flavoring. About, once again, 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. It's up to you, whatever you like to do. We're going to get that all mixed up. I don't know why I'm using a spoon and not a whisk, but you get the hint. So I'm just going to get a light French toast mixture on here. And you guys, I'm probably going to add a little bit more vanilla.
Vanilla.
Just a tad bit more to that. Just to give it a little extra flavor.
Extra flavor.
Gotta put a little power in your stir. So we're just gonna give that a little stir. And then what we're going to do is take our cookies. And these are the shortbread cookies and the butter cookies, you guys, that I had. And we had them in a food processor. And how we're going to do this, you guys, is we are going to basically bread our French toast as we would bread our chicken or anything else of that nature. So I'm just going to take a few pieces of our butter bread. And at this point, you guys, you can have your pan already ready. You want to put your pan on a medium heat with some butter in it. And we're going to soak up some of these breads. So I'm going to put 2 in at a time. And we're just going to let those soak up. You probably want to get at least a good 45 seconds on each side. Soak both of these up. Shake, dip, coat method. You guys are familiar with it. So we got our bread pretty much soaked into the custard. I'm going to go just flip it over one more time just to make sure everybody got what they needed to get. The thicker the bread, you guys, the easier it'll be to soak up more custard. But my bread is not as thick, so I have to kind of just work with what I got to get what I want. You know how we do on this channel. Work with what you got to get with what you want. All right, that's pretty much soaked. And we're just going to sit it right into those cookies. Cover that bad boy up. And we're going to do this for all of our French toast, you guys. So you're just going to cover that up. You don't want to have too much mixture on there because you want to make sure it cooks evenly. So just enough to give it a pretty little coating. Zoom in on that. And once we get all that settled, we're just going to take our toast and sit it right into our pan. Put it right over into our saucepan, you guys. And we're going to let that cook up about 4 minutes on each side. And I'll show you how to assemble it. Simple and easy. So yeah, as you can see, I just flipped these over. And you pretty much want them to have, you see how this crunchy texture is on the outside? That's what you're looking for. You want all that cookie flavor on your French toast. So I'm going to let these cook for about 3 more minutes. And I'm going to take these out and show you how to assemble the French toast. All right, y'all. So we have all of our French toast beautifully golden. You see those cookies crunched up on there? This is going to be delicious. So we have our toast pretty much raring to go. I have some bananas cut up. As you can see, there's the pudding on the side and some whipped topping. So I'm going to show you guys how to assemble this. We're going to take our delicious whipped pudding. And y'all, look at the texture of this bad boy. You see that? And we're just going to put a dollop right in the middle of our French toast. Put a dollop in the middle of them. Well, that one might seem like a lot. All right. Put a little bit more in this one. And we're going to lay some of our bananas on the inside also. However many you want. There's no specific, rule of thumb or anything. I like a lot of bananas. Some people don't like bananas at all. It's really up to you. So we're just going to put some of these on the inside of all of these. And like I said, there's no specific rule of thumb for this. You're basically making a banana pudding anyway, so put as many as you like or as little as you like. And we're just going to simply top these. And these French toasts are actually very thick, you guys. So you don't necessarily have to do thousands of French toasts at a time or whatever the case may be. But I'm just going to basically just show you guys how one looks. And I'm going to move this over to a plate and give you guys the final Shiraz. But as you can see, that's pretty much how you want to layer them. So I'm just going to move one over here. I'm just going to give you guys one on camera. I'll sit this over to the side. And in order to decorate the top, we're just going to finish this off with another scoop of the pudding. Put a little whipped topping on there. Just a smidge, just a little je ne sais quoi, as I would like to say. Well, maybe a little cute design, you know how I like to do. Make it look pretty. We're gonna add a little of our cookies on top. For the best part, we're going to add our finishing touches.
I'm a mosquito, little nigga, come catch me. And that's my bestie, my best friend. Go best friend.